Installing D-Lock door terminals. Content. Installation requirements for D-Lock door terminals. Installation of the D-Lock door terminals DT700. Installation of the D-Lock door terminals DT710. Installation requirements. The product may be damaged if it is installed under the wrong ambient conditions. Therefore, the door terminals must not be installed in the following environments. Avoid product damage by condensed water on cold components. Ensure that all product components are at the ambient temperature before installation. Store products at the installation site for an appropriate period prior to installation. A drilling template allows quick and easy drilling. Insert the D-Lock mortise lock in the previously cut lock pocket. First, make sure the lock pocket is clean. Place the 2 steel plates of the template on the door leaf on the existing lock cutouts. Insert the centering pins of the template through both the template as well as the 2 existing drilled holes of the door leaf. Secure the centering pins in the template by rotating the pins against each other. If necessary, you can also secure the template with a screw clamp. Installing terminals. Installation of the DT700. Attention! Try not to drill completely through the door leaf. This would damage the lock. Drill a point for spindle of the lever handle. Installation of the DT700 and DT710 door terminals. Drill the point for profile cylinder. Note: the elongated drilled hole is required to create sufficient space for the cables. Pre-drill the hole for the square spindle of the D&D thumb turn. Attention! This hole will be drilled only on the inside of the door, i.e. the side facing the hotel room. In order to avoid drilling the hole for the D&D on the wrong side of the door leaf, it is recommended to drill the D&D hole on site. Installation of the DT700. After you pre-drilled all the necessary holes, remove the drilling template and pull the D-Lock mortise lock from the lock pocket. Pre-drilled holes can now be drilled completely. Remove sawdust from the lock pocket and clean the lock pocket thoroughly after the milling process. Insert the cable that connects the external module with the internal module into the drilled hole for the profile cylinder to the lock pocket. Insert the D-Lock mortise lock into the lock pocket. Ensure that the previously inserted antenna cable comes to rest under the lock case. Push the cable on the lock through the profile cylinder hole towards the inside of the door. Install the profile cylinder by inserting it into the lock from the outside of the door. Secure the profile cylinder with the corresponding threaded screw, which is screwed through the hole in the lock forend and into the thread of the profile cylinder. Ensure that the correct cylinder length is selected. Insert the square spindle into the follower of the D-Lock mortise lock. Connect the cable to the external module by plugging the plug of the cable into the corresponding connection socket of the external module. Place the external module onto the door. Ensure that the door handle is horizontally aligned with the pull side of the door. Installation of the DT710. For the DT710 door terminal, the door handle is simply pushed over the square spindle, which is already in the follower of the lock. Information can be found in the installation instructions as well as in the catalog pages. Installation of the DT700 and DT710 door terminals. Insert the appropriate square spindle for the door handle and for the D&D thumb turn into the respective followers of the D-lock mortise lock. While inserting the square spindle for the D&D thumb turn, pay attention to the notch on the spindle. The notch divides the spindle into a short and a long part. Make sure that the short part faces the mortise lock when the spindle is inserted. Connect the reader cable and the lock cable to the internal module. Ensure that the plug connections of the respective corresponding cables are connected to each other. Push the internal modules onto the two square spindles to lock. Be careful that the cables are well inserted in the corresponding cable duct. The door handle should point horizontally towards the door hinges. The D&D thumb turn should be in a vertical position. Installation of the DT700. To complete the work, the emergency opening function and again the smooth operation of all components must be checked. Only then, the cover for the profile cylinder will be attached. This is done by placing the square cover plate onto the magnet of the external module. The door handles are firmly secured to the square spindle with the pre-mounted grub screws to complete this step. Check the emergency opening. Check the smooth operation of all parts. Installation of the DT710. To complete the work, the emergency opening function and again the smooth operation of all components must be checked. Only then, the cover for the profile cylinder will be attached. The desired cover is glued onto the rose escutcheon. The door handles are firmly secured to the square spindle with the pre-mounted grub screws to complete this step. Check the emergency opening. Check the smooth operation of all parts. Attention! For escape doors, additional requirements for emergency exit door hardware according to the standard EN 179 need to be taken into account. Installation of the DT700 and DT710 door terminals. The battery compartment is located in the internal module of the door terminal. Half-L can guarantee trouble-free operation of the door terminal only if Half-L batteries or batteries recommended by Half-L are used. Attention! In the standalone mode, programming with the programming and clearing key card must follow immediately after inserting the batteries. If this is neglected, the batteries need to be removed to interrupt power and inserted again for a new programming procedure. One more important thing. Never close the door prior to the programming procedure, because otherwise no access from the outside will be possible. Thinking ahead.